Everyone up! Got to get the moat on board. J1 up. Everyone up!
Block all the pumps in, Cloudy. You got the harried around, Nipper? Okay, on the pumps.
Got to bear away here.
Bear away.
Otherwise it'll be around the splitters.
Inward, inner sheet.
Got it, keep going.
Smoke it, keep going now, smoke it. Come on, let's go. Come on, even more, let's go. Oh, the pins come out of the furling unit under load and the sails dropped in the piss. I don't know how, but we've recovered really nicely. Could have cost us 3 spots just then. Boys did a good job, boys and girls. I've still got to understand how the pin comes out of the furling unit under load though. That's a bit of a mystery.
There seems to be a little bit of action going on here. In fact, we are seeing, is that, I'm not sure exactly which crew member that is, just getting changed into a wetsuit, it looks like here. Conrad and me, we're just peering into the screen at the moment to try and work out, we think it's Luke Parkinson getting himself changed. We know that from the telemetry data that's coming in off the boat, we know that they're experiencing no breeze at all. Their speed is 0, and it looks like it's going to be the anchor, Conrad.
The anchor is it. A little bit surprised to see Luke Parkinson getting into his swimmer of the watch gear, or they always have a wetsuit and swimming gear. Let's just listen in and see what's going on.
Take it. Give it back to me, Witty. The best way would be to put the crunch strap around the anchor and then cut the crunch strap to drop the anchor. Phil, we're about to put a guy in the water here. Make sure no one runs over him, okay?
Yeah, I do. It looks like they've been brought north, and maybe they're concerned about going aground if they're not already. I'm a little bit confused as to what they're doing with their life jackets there.
Take it off, mate. Not using it, take it off. Over the camera, just me.
Yep. Do you want us to?
Right. Yeah, ready for work. So life jackets here.
Okay, and we're back with you now, and it looks like the action that we've been seeing in the last few minutes has been in preparation of the anchor. We can see a crew member, Stephen Hayles, standing at the back there, waiting to receive the anchor and presumably turf it off the side. We're just looking into the information here at the moment, and the tide is actually bringing them northwards as they're already close to the north coast of the River Taj. It looks like they're concerned about being swept onto the rocks, or there's a nasty breakwater just there. You know, adding insult to injury, you can see the lights of the Volvo pavilion there in the Volvo Ocean Race Village. That's where they want to go, but they don't want to go there over the top of the breakwater.
And if you've been watching the raw feed on the Volvo Ocean Race blog, all the footage that's been coming straight from the team, straight to the website, you'll know that David Witt has been looking forward to getting onto dry land and enjoying himself. Now then, Conrad, there's a look on your face of slight confusion. There's a different way of doing this. They've got some life jackets out, inflated, and they seem to be passing the line through them. Is that just so they can kind of keep an eye on where the line is, a retrieval line maybe?
Yeah, bit of a strange one. In my years as an ocean racer, I haven't seen that before. Adding...
Right, okay, what's happening? We've got a diver in the water, and what they are doing is they are swimming the anchor away from the boat, and it's being floated by the life jackets. Then they're going to cut the line. I think we did hear David Witt talking about that. The anchor will drop down, and then they can start pulling the line.
And this may indicate the fact that they think that they're already aground.
Pretty good. Must be happy.
Yeah, Halesy's just got hurt, so we're a bit worried about that. He's got hit in the head with a boom, so we've got the doctors there, so we're a bit concerned about that at the moment, rather than how we went. But
oh dear. Okay, yeah,
hopefully,
I can see that.
Hopefully he's all right, I think. He's hurt his neck, got whacked with the boom, so...
Did that just happen literally just now?
Yeah, just trying to get off the rocks here to finish. So I've never finished like that before.
Oh my word, so drama on top of drama. You went aground just before the finish.
Yeah, we tried to get Exxon by coming down the shore there. It was pretty close, and then we got stuck on the bottom, and then Parko and Alex had to swim out into the channel with the anchor, get us off the bottom, so we could then drop our sails and drift across the finish line.
Are you making this up?
I wish I was. Have a look at the boat.
Oh my word, so look, you got the anchor out. How did they swim with the anchor?
We put 2 life jackets on the anchor, and Alex and Parko swam with it, attached all the kite sheets, and got out in the middle of the channel, and then winched ourselves back off the rocks.
Oh my word, that's unbelievable. Well, we're happy you got off the rocks, but obviously there is a sense of concern over Steve Hayles.
Yeah, there is, but he's an old boy, he's tough, he'll be right, I think.
Okay, great. And other than that, though, I mean, the race was pretty good for you. You were right in the hunt all the way around.
Yeah, no, we're, I mean, you know, 5th is 5th, but we're really happy. We were right in there for most of it and learned a lot. Guys go sailing past us with different sail combinations we've never seen before, so we write it down and match it and then catch them. So we had a really good race with Defong for a long, long time, so that's very encouraging for us.
Right, and as you say, it must have been a great learning experience. Those guys have trained for when they did the last edition, and they've been training ever since. So you learned plenty.
Yeah, absolutely. We're certainly on the up. We're getting better. So look out in a couple more legs' time.
Excellent, congratulations. Well, we'll leave you to get to your crew, and best wishes to Steve. Hope everything's great.
Okay, cheers. Thanks, Benny.
These are scenes from Vestas 11th hour racing earlier, and proof that there is nothing faster at bailing out a boat than a motivated sailor with a bucket.
Ironically, I came down here to do a little performance analysis because the boat didn't feel right, and when I sat down at the nav station, I could hear some sloshing around in the back of the boat, and the weather ballast hose had let go, so instead of having 800 liters to weather, we actually had 800 liters sloshing around the bilge, so I explained the performance issue, and good to get it buttoned up, and away we go.
There is an unbelievable sense of excitement out in the water right now. We've got a bit of space on the start line, just enough for these boats to get off, but the water is ram-packed with spectators.
It's a pretty short course around the Bay of Alicante. This is it, 7 polished professional teams, 8 months of relentless racing, 12 cities, pushing every inch to win, over 11 legs in brutal conditions.
Holy moly, that was intense.
Looking forward to getting offshore and getting set up on the offshore part of this race properly.
It's only 44,995 miles. Still liking it. It's all good. Best job in the world.
rotor, and then the following 24 hours after that.
Six hours ago we were going downwind in 30 knots, and now it's blowing 3 knots.
Just trying to find the best way through this light transition.
So we'll be going back downwind and finally on our way, well, pointing almost at Lisbon. Miles back, which is good.
We've got a little bit of a lead, but we've seen some things happen in this river before. You know, it's not a very straightforward finish, so it's not over until it's over.
Very nice people.
Awesome.
Magnificent.
Really amazing.
You never guess the places that I've been. You never guess the places that I've been. 'Cause everything is like a dream, yeah, but only in that dream that I live in. I'm never gonna let the day begin. Never gonna let the day begin. 'Cause everything is like a dream, yeah, but only in that dream that I live in. Oh, don't wake me up before you go, and I'll just make this bed my home. Oh, darling, please just let me sleep. Give me my dreams.
The first night was in Poros. We had a beautiful party there, prepared by the organization, and the island was really beautiful. The weather was amazing, so we had a really beautiful night, and we enjoyed it a lot. The second night, we had as well a competition, a food competition that was amazing. We really enjoyed because the weather was good, and the party, the atmosphere was really nice, meeting people from around the world and sharing our experience of the race.
has done the impossible.
We've got a crewman in the water.
Come on.
The starting has been a problem for Steele, so writing that against a champion like Williams will give him a lot of confidence as he moves into the final day of racing. In a Royal Freshwater Bay derby, the two teams from Perth did battle out on the racecourse today. Torvo Murski up against David Gilmore. This time, Murski coming away with the win, 2-1.
The wind knocking all the time, and Torvo Murski already up to speed. This could be tricky tack for David Gilmore.
In what was a winner-take-all match as the sun set out there on the racecourse, Harry Price found himself leading the defending champion up the final leg to the finish. But then somehow, from somewhere, Robertson snatched a massive left-hand shift, an extra 5-6 knots of pressure, and screeched back into the lead, back into the race, and claimed his spot in the semi-final.
From the moment of my open eye, been looking for a guided light to lead me on my way. Yeah, lost, struggling to make the top. A slipping grip can't hold me up. It's the game of life we play. When everything comes crashing down behind your door, when I hear the sound, you say the word and I'll stay the night. You wouldn't text if you moved on. You wouldn't keep me in your phone unless you knew that you were wrong.
Become a skipper, they said. It will be fun, they said.
Now, from this moment rolling up, a speeding train can hold it up. You and I, we lost our way. You cheated, lied, and ran away, and I got stuck with a knife in me, and this pain won't go away. But still, when everything comes crashing down behind your door, when I hear the sound, you say the word and I'll stay the night. You wouldn't text if you moved on. You wouldn't keep me in your phone unless you knew that you were wrong. But I hold on. But I hold on.
with our spinnaker blowing up, but fortunately we'd already got ahead by then.
Welcome to the closing day of the 2017 Shanghai Cup and Asian Championships, where there was much more anticipation about the winners. The leaders had to retain their advantage, while those who followed had to push hard to recover their lost ground, in front of spectators watching the race on their toes in the center of Shanghai.
All the wind chains are difficult, and it's really hard to spot where to go and actually set up a good strategy for the race.
I guess it's just to go out there and try to do some good starts, put ourselves in a favourite position that way, and then see how it goes from there. Yesterday things were changing quite a lot, so I think you cannot really be sure about anything before the finishing line.
Despite being new to the NACRA 17s, the Chinese teams not only achieved a good overall performance during the regatta, but Si Junjie and Hu Xiaoyao got the best out of their boat and won the day's second race. However, the fight for the podium was well underway. The Italian team of European champions Tita and Banti were in great form, and with consistent sailing in inconsistent conditions, they claimed victory. Second for the Americans Gibbs and Chaffee, and third for Viborg and Borskov from Denmark.
It has been really hard to combine the wind and the both direction, but we managed to do it very good, and maybe we had some luck, but we are really happy about that.
I'm really happy. Really happy, and every people here is so welcoming, and the place is amazing. Never seen something like that.
Hopefully, every year we're going to host the Shanghai Cup on the Huangpu River, and we will make it much larger and with more impact global-wide. We will not only have the sailing event, and maybe starting from next year, we'll include more culture-related activities, will attract more younger generation to come to see the sailing event here.
The Shanghai Cup will return stronger next year, gathering the world's top sailors for one of the most unique sailing events around the globe.
Ciao!